Her voice echoed in my mind, clear as day. I'm off to the shops. I won't be long. The words slipped from her lips with such ease, as if they carried no weight. My wife had been tossing out that excuse more often lately. In the beginning, I didn't think twice about it. Every marriage has room for personal space, doesn't it? But as weeks turned into months, her shopping trips stretched longer, and a quiet unease settled in my gut. It wasn't suspicion at first, just a nagging feeling that something was off. After nearly 15 years together, I knew her rhythms, her quirks. Lately, though, she wasn't acting like herself. She'd dress with extra care for a simple run to the store. Her phone always face down, notifications muted, and her eyes would dart away when I asked about her day, like she was dodging a question she didn't want to answer. It gnawed at me, a slow burn of doubt. That Saturday, I decided to act on it. She said again, "I'm going shopping." I gave a nod, brushed a kiss on her cheek, and said, "All right, take your time." But deep down, I'd already made up my mind. 10 minutes after her car pulled out, I grabbed my keys and followed. My pulse thundered in my chest, a relentless drumbeat. This wasn't who I was. I'd never been the jealous husband. I trusted her, swore by it. But that day, a voice inside urged me to face the truth I'd been avoiding. She didn't head toward the stores or the mall. Instead, she veered into a sleepy neighborhood across town. A place where we had no ties, no connections. I kept my distance, easing off the gas. She pulled into a driveway I'd never seen before, parked, and walked to the door with a familiarity that made my skin crawl. My stomach churned, a sickening lurch. She wasn't here to shop. She was here for someone. I didn't need a name to know who. Parked across the street, my hands clamped the steering wheel, knuckles paling. Part of me wanted to peel out, to pretend I hadn't seen this. Knowing the truth changes everything. There's no unseeing it. But another part, raw with anger and betrayal, demanded answers. So I stepped out of the car, each step heavier than the last, like wading through mud. I didn't knock. The blinds on the front window were cracked just enough. Curiosity, sharp and cruel, drew me closer. Then I saw her. My wife, wrapped in another man's arms, laughing, kissing him, holding him the way she once held me. The sight hollowed me out. It was as if my chest collapsed, as if every moment we'd shared, our home, our family, our life, crumbled in a single breath. I couldn't draw air. My body trembled, not with grief, but with a fury that burned hot and deep. I must have made a sound, because her head snapped toward the window. Her eyes met mine, wide with shock, frozen in place. For a fleeting moment, we just stared. Me outside in the chill, her inside, guilt painted across her face. Then she collapsed, fainting on the spot. The man scrambled to her side, frantic. But I didn't rush in. I didn't pound on the door or demand answers. I didn't want her words, her justifications. In that instant, clarity hit me. She was no longer mine to fix. I walked back to my car, slid into the seat, and let the rage cool into something sharper, more resolute. Hours later, when she came home, pale and unsteady, she tried to explain. Her voice cracked, tears streamed, and she pleaded, claiming it was a fluke, that she never meant to wound me. But I wasn't swayed. A mistake doesn't unfold over weeks of deception, of sneaking around, of dressing up for someone else. That was no accident. It was a deliberate choice. So I made mine. I told her we were done. No reconciliation, no forgiveness, no sweeping this under the rug. She'd shattered something irreparable. She crumpled to the floor, sobbing, begging for a second chance. But the truth cut through her tears. Respect, once broken, leaves no room for love. She wasn't grieving for me. She was grieving the loss of her carefully crafted lie. The weeks that followed were brutal. Divorce papers piled up, family tensions flared, and friends picked sides. Yet with each passing day, I felt lighter, unburdened. I was no longer the man waiting at home, blind to the truth. And here's the thing, life didn't stop there. It started anew. I turned my focus inward, to my health, my career, my own growth. I leaned on friends who stood by me unwavering. Slowly, the hurt gave way to understanding. I learned that loyalty can't be coerced. If someone chooses to betray you, they will, no matter what you do. And the truest revenge isn't confrontation or chaos. It's walking away with your head high, your integrity whole. She thought I'd be broken. She thought she could juggle two lives, keeping me in the dark while she played her game. But in the end, she lost it all. My trust, my love, my presence. I walked away free. So if your instincts are screaming, don't ignore them. Don't brush off the signs or let someone treat you like an afterthought. You deserve truth. You deserve fidelity. You deserve calm. My wife said she was shopping, but I caught her living a lie. That was the day my eyes opened. That was the day I chose me.